What a year it's been. There's a part of me that still doesn't believe it. In 2024, I traveled across 5 different continents and 11 different countries. I visited the most remote continent in the world, Antarctica, trekked across Patagonia with my childhood friend, summited a mountain, Huayna Potosí, of 6,000 meters in elevation. I got to visit my dream destination, Uyuni de Sol in Bolivia, explored the Amazon rainforest, got my diving license in Thailand, dived in the Great Barrier Reef, and explored Giang Loop in Vietnam. I also completed 2 insane races. I completed a marathon in the Andes Mountains, the Inca Trail Marathon in Peru. I also completed my first ever triathlon, an Ironman 70.3, in Australia of all places. There's a part of me that still doesn't believe it. I don't feel all that different from the beginning of 2024, but reviewing 2024, it's easily been one of the best years I've ever lived. Starting 2024, I was already exhausted from travel. In 2023, I quit my job and traveled all of Latin America. It's about 15 countries in a small span of 7 months. But I had one simple yet terrifying question. What if I gave 110%, no, 120% in 2024? Invest every fiber of my being into this adventure. What would I be able to achieve? Who would come out on the other side? I didn't know it at the time, but that simple question tore me apart, both mentally and physically. Now, mentally, being on the move consistently, I averaged a new country almost every month, not being able to sleep in the same bed for more than a week, literally having my entire life packed into a backpack and carrying it around everywhere. It was mentally exhausting and always trying to be on guard because I was always in a new setting, new area. And that was mentally taxing and draining. I lost myself and mentally broke down in Indonesia, thinking to myself, maybe I don't have what it takes to achieve my ambitions and expectations. I always like to push the rhetoric of pushing my body to its limit. First time I did it was Huayna Potosí. I still remember at 3 a.m. having a splitting headache trying to summit this mountain. And then I pushed it again in Peru. I remember almost on the brink of collapse at kilometer 40 in the Andes Mountains trying to make it to Machu Picchu. And then again in Australia trying to figure out this chaos of swimming in an Ironman. And I was gasping for air, really panicked in the Australian oceans. And at that moment, both my mental and physical limits converged. There is no way I'm finishing this swim. I mentally didn't believe it and physically was about to give up. And in that moment, I came to a realization. I put myself in this amazing position, this amazing opportunity to do something insane, something crazy. And the future version of me would never forgive myself if I didn't give it 100%. And this has been a guiding factor throughout my travel. Now, 2024 is easily one of the best years I've ever lived. And the kid version of me would be so proud of what I've been able to accomplish and do. And who came out on the other side, I'm still trying to process, still trying to learn who I've become. A marathon runner, a triathlete, a backpacker, explorer, traveler, a dreamer, or someone who can inspire others. That does leave me with one more question though. I wonder what would happen if I put 150% into 2025. Only one way to tell.